Hello guys and welcome in this video where we will go from this to this in a matter of an hour, where I will explain very with detail, and also I will show you a lot of references about the arm anatomy, the triceps, the biceps and the brachialis muscle, you will see, and it will be anatomical references. There will be some muscle skeletons, some even 3D scans, and I will explain, I will draw over them. I forgot to show these ones, no problem. And yeah, this will be fun for 1 hour. Of course, if you can endure 1 hour, probably it will change your life forever. We'll see. So guys, now we will start from this sphere and make an arm, but not one arm, we'll make two arms. Of course, it will be easier, and if we have references, it will be easier to use them, because if you have a reference that is left arm and you are doing right arm, it will be very tricky. But first, before we make the arm, we will make the torso, because the torso is a very important part of the arm. No, it's important because it's connected to the arm. You cannot do arm without making a torso. You can, of course, but you will miss very important things like shoulder, where the shoulder attaches to the body, where the chest attaches to the arm, and stuff like this. So now I will explain a little bit about the torso, and more about the torso we will learn in my female anatomy for artist course that I will make. I still haven't made it, but I will make it soon. I'm training now. I will show you probably what I'm training with. I will show you my training stuff. My models, yes. Okay, so now let's make the Dynamesh 44. I think 44 it's fine. And okay, now we see here, this is, no, not this. This is the rib cage. This is the rib cage. So it's, the rib cage is all around here, of course. It will go up to here. And let's see a real model and just compare. So this is the real model. Of course, this is 3D scan. Yeah, basically it's 3D scan. You can see it. But let's see the torso. It's important for the torso for us to have what? Clavicles. Extremely important. This is the clavicle here, collarbone. Extremely important landmark, bony landmark, if you can say. And I can say, so bony landmark. And yeah, the chests also are pretty important. But the chest, okay, for the chest, they are about one head long, or tall, if we can say. But the thing is that we don't have a head. So you have to trust me, but let's see. Yeah, you see the head and the chest until the bottom part here, and from the clavicle, it starts from the clavicle. It's one head, almost. So it's pretty big. Some people are making the mistake to make it smaller, the chest and stuff like this, which is not exactly cool. Then we'll have the rib cage going down. And the form of the rib cage is a little bit like an egg. So it will be a little bit wider in this, and then it will go narrower, but it will go narrower inside the body. And outside we will see this muscle here, which is this one. And it will go in here. We don't care that much about it now, because we will make a hand, arm. And obviously, because I have trained a little bit for this video, not a little bit, a while, I will show you all my training stuff is here. I've trained a lot. But the thing is that I always say hand while I'm in arm, because obviously this video is about the arm, and our hand in this video will be what? A fist. Yeah. From the back, though, we don't have a form of the rib cage, because from the front we have a form of the rib cage, and then we have the abdominal muscles around this area. But from the back, what we have is something else. From the back we have the back muscles, which is pretty logical. Back muscles from the back. Yeah, I think it's fine. We can do this, and then we can squeeze this a bit, or just expand this. Okay, stop. Yeah, my computer is making some funny noises, but when I hit it, it stops. Okay, soon I plan to make a video about how the processor is affecting the ZBrush performance, but this will be... Yeah, if you want to see this kind of video, just write in the comments, I want to see this video, and I will see. So, from the top, you can see the clavicle is going around the neck, so it's going like this, and then it's stopping around this area here, where the scapula is taking over. So it's kind of a, I don't know, something around the neck, but we don't have a neck, which is unfortunate. Sometimes when you don't have a neck, you feel a little bit like, you know, I guess, because I haven't had that problem, obviously. I have a neck. And we continue here. Okay. And okay. So for the muscular people, the scapula, which is here, or the shoulder blade, the distance between the shoulder blades in normal position is around one head wide, something like this. For the muscular people, it will be indentation inside like this, and then above it there will be muscles, and this will be the traps. But for lean people, like for example female, the scapula will be up, and also we will have some muscles here of the scapula that attaches to the arm, basically. Okay, it's interesting. Now it's getting interesting. So 6 minutes now, and we are not have made the arm yet, which is unfortunate. And probably in this video we will not be able to make the arm, but in the next video, which will be after 1 hour and a half, maybe we will make the arm. Who knows? So for the back, of course, we have to make this dimple here in the middle, all the way down, and of course we will not get too much into it. From the side view, the shoulder, it's like a delta, so it's deltoid muscle. Some people call it like that. I call it shoulder. It's more natural for me, shoulder. So I will tell you about the shoulder later, because it has few parts and they are attached to few different things. But this is basically kind of a fast torso. For 6 minutes, this is the torso. Then 7 minutes. Then we will attach the arms. So basically I lied to you when I tell you this will be an arm from a sphere, because it was a torso from a sphere, and now the arm is not from a sphere, it's from some kind of tube. But I hope you forgive me about this little deception, hopefully. So now the arm. I will not get my subdivisions higher, I will just stay here with this, because I want to show you the main forms of the arm, which, let me show you here, this one, from the book Anatomy for Sculpture. Of course, this is the best. I recommend it highly. I look at this book at least once a month. I look at all of it. It's very good because it has scans, it has like drawings over it, but I cannot say enough good things about this book. It's amazing. Hopefully they won't sue me because I don't make money from this video. I don't allow advertisement in my channel. I don't like that. Except for my videos, my courses, but not advertisement in the videos themselves. I don't have that. So the biceps is here, and we'll have this chain thing. So first the shoulder here, then so the shoulder will be here, then the biceps will be in this direction, and this will be more flat. This area will be more flat, but not completely flat though, so don't be confused. And then we'll have this kind of a muscle here, which is not exactly, but some of it is brachioradialis muscle. I'm sorry about the name, but we will have to name some muscles here. The biceps and triceps, of course, everybody knows about them. They're very popular. But we will name one more muscle. And the other muscles, I will tell you what they do. I will probably not tell you their names because I don't remember them. But since I know basically how to draw them, it's kind of fine, or how to model them. So this will be the fist. And this will be the... what? The wrist. Sometimes when I'm filming, I forgot the names of the stuff, but then I remember them, which is fine. So, okay, we saw this, and this hand is too big, but whatever. So we have a lot of references here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. We don't need it to be that small. So you see here, we have triceps, we have biceps, but the main forms I will show you are from the back. If you show it from the back, we have the triceps, and it will be kind of a bump in here, main form. And then we'll have kind of a going down until the elbow, and here we'll have a dimple. The dimple. And then we'll have a little bit of, you know, going up. So here, dimple, and then this will go up. And this will be our brachioradialis muscle there. Okay, brachioradialis. Hopefully you will remember this muscle. It's not that important, but it's cool to know. So, where to put the arms? This is very important, by the way. Stop it. Yeah. Probably you don't hear it, but my computer is making this strange noises. I have to find out which ventilator is doing that and just kill it. Okay, so now the hands themselves are not, the arms, are not exactly in position. Why? So, the bone here is, let me show you what I mean if I have it. This, by the way, I made a little bit of exercises here. Not here, but in my, in work. But whatever, let's see here. So the bone is going down, but it's attached a little bit below the clavicle. So the clavicle is around this area. And the bone, if it goes here, it will be too much inward. So we will just move those arms like this. And this will be the position, probably, they will be better off. Of course, we'll have to fix the shoulders because now they look off. But we will fix them, it's not a problem. So for now, we will leave the arms like this, and they are a little bit too big. Why I'm saying they're too big? Let me show you. So this is why I'm thinking it's so big. So the biceps will be ending when the arm is like in this position. The biceps will be ending around maybe a little above the rib cage where it ends, or around this time, around this place. And here it's kind of there, but still you see, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Let's see. Whoops. Smaller. And now I think it's kind of good. So this arm is looking hideous now, of course, but we will bend it a little bit. I kind of don't recommend you to do fully stretched arms. They don't look dynamic, they don't look good. So basically, I don't do them. I don't like them. Now I will do the fist. And the fist is kind of good. Yeah, no, basic forms, just basic forms. Just basic forms. The fist is looking nice. This is looking pretty not awesome, pretty bad, but we will fix it. So now we have something like this, which is looking relatively good. And now I will connect it to the body and smooth around the shoulders. And make the back shoulder a little bit more appealing to appear more. So now it's looking kind of good, although we need the shoulders to be broader here. And now this is not looking super bad. My way of drawing the biceps and the elbow here is the following. So the biceps, when the hand is stretched, will be mostly straight form. with a little bit of a bend here. So many people are making it like this, which it's just impossible. I mean, it's not flexed, this muscle now. It's relaxed when you can flex it, of course. You can, you see, you can flex it, but it still will be like straight form, very straight. So we'll do it like straight form, and then here we'll have a flat. So we have like a chain. This chain is entering here, and this is kind of flat, and this chain is entering like here, and it's kind of like this. But don't ever do this. This is very lame. Smooth it here, make some transition. It's never like complete. You see here, it's kind of like this, but it's not exactly, because here in the top, for example, many people are doing this. They are doing this. Very much cut here. It's not like this. You see here it's cut, but then it's kind of flat in here. It's like smooth. Yeah. So let's see. This is the biceps here. The biceps is this thing, and the shoulder. If you want to draw a good shoulder that looks nice, you will draw the front shoulder like here, the side shoulder here, and the side shoulder is going down. I mean, the front shoulder also is going down, but it's below the side shoulder, or something like this. Let's see it in some anatomical references, and it will be better. Yeah, the front shoulder is going below, and the back shoulder is going below, and all of them are going where? Between the biceps and this muscle here, which is not the triceps. This muscle is the brachialis muscle. So this is the only new muscle I think I will introduce if you don't know it. Basically, all the shoulder is getting into this part here where the brachialis and the biceps meet, and the brachialis will be around here. So here we'll have this. It will be better explained when I up the subdivisions. For now, we are doing main forms, so we will not see it exactly. But my way of making the biceps, I was about to tell you, is making this straight form, and then like here, and then you see straight form, a little bit maybe going inward here. Yeah, for a more muscular people. If you're not so muscular and you have some fat, this will not be like this. This is for most muscular people, but whatever, yeah. So it's going like here, and from the side view, it's continuing, and the elbow will be here. You see? Up, continuing, and the elbow will be here, something like this. So the elbow should be a little bit more up. Continuing, and the elbow, yes. And then I will increase the size of the back, because here will be our triceps, and the triceps itself is pretty big. It makes most of the arm's muscle mass, the triceps, and it's very interestingly formed with its 3 heads. There are 3, although 2 of them are mainly visible. The third one, not so much, but I will show you how it is. So the triceps is the following. This, someone is coming or not. Okay, the triceps is, this is the small head of the triceps. It's going from almost from the elbow is here, so from the elbow up here, and it's ending here, and then it's the big head, which is big, and it's going down. So you see, this form here is a tendon. It's just a tendon. But below the tendon and just poking up here is the third head of the triceps, and it's below the tendon mostly. So it's working also, but we mostly see those 2 heads of the triceps. And yeah, you see them. I will show them to you. Where? So this is very good, because you see the biceps, brachialis. The brachialis is a little bit bigger here than probably in real life, but there are different people. Maybe some people have bigger brachialis, and brachialis basically is working with the biceps. It's bending the arm, it's bending it. And this is the triceps here, which is not a very good very visible. Let me see if I have a better representation of the triceps. Maybe some of the pictures here, some of the photos. Yes, I have photos of the triceps. It's the small head of the triceps is here. And you see how, let's see the other arm. That's why I'm making both arms, because we now see this one. So we see how we have this, and then this is bigger in the bottom, and then this one, this is here is the tendon, and then this is the elbow. So the elbow is here. We have the tendon, and then this is the big arm, the big head, and this is the small third head of the triceps, and it's triceps because it has 3 heads. And basically, this is the dimple here, and this is the brachioradialis, and those here are the muscles that that extend the fingers, those here. But we will get to there. We have time. 20 minutes in, we are fine. So now the triceps, the biceps itself, here, whereas the arm will be a little bit inward like this. It will be good to have it, and it will be, the form of it will be more like not like a cylinder, but a little bit squarish, a little bit like squarish, yeah. And take notice, let me see if I have a picture of this. Oh yeah, very good triceps here, you see? Triceps, the small head, the big head, the tendon. And then we have the elbow, and then we have this here is a bony landmark, and it ends around this area. This here is the elbow bone. We have 2 bones in the lower part of the arm, and this is the elbow one, which you feel here is the elbow. This is the elbow, and it's going to the pinky here, the elbow. The other one is more inside. You can feel it in the other side here, and it's going to the thumb. And it's a little bit interesting, but I will show you what I mean. So let's see this guy. Let's see this guy from the side view. So yeah, thank you ZBrush for saving your lifesaver. Okay, you see the shoulder is pretty wide. The shoulder here is pretty wide, and then the arm is going like narrower, and then here is going a little bit wider, and then again narrower to this. My arm now is not like this. My arm now is narrower here, because anatomy books are showing us that here there's a dimple, but in real life there is not. So we will increase this and make this as wide as possible. Okay, that's important. That's pretty important. We have to do it. And we haven't had gone to the bottom part here, but we will. So this is completely unacceptable in my opinion. I will show you how it should be. So it should be more like this. It will be more smooth, and also you have to know the muscles. It's very important to make the brachioradialis muscle. It's going from here, it's going back. It's making a turn here. Let me see if we can see it here. Yes. So it's going from here. Let me draw it for you. I will draw it. So the brachioradialis is going from here, and then going down and back. I mean, above, not above, but behind the arm. Then the biceps is like here. So this is the biceps here. This is the brachioradialis, and the other muscle, I'm not sure what name is it. But here, the shoulder is going like this. This is the back shoulder. This is the side shoulder. This is the front shoulder. And then we have the triceps in here. The small head of the triceps. And this dimple. And here are other muscles like this. And this muscle here is going like this. But don't make this very visible, because you see it's not. Exactly this part here. The brachialis is this. This is biceps, the small head of the triceps, and this is the brachioradialis and one more muscle. I forgot the name of it, but whatever. They are coming together let's clear this, and I will show you what I mean. Those muscles, I will show them around here. No, here are not very visible. They're not visible anywhere, I think, except maybe in here. Okay, you see biceps, this is from the front. This is the brachioradialis and the other muscle. And then you have other muscles around them. I will show you what they are. But you see the two bones here, how they are. So the elbow bone is this, and it's going here, and here the elbow bone is very wide. I mean, not very, because obviously the humerus, this bone, humerus, it's not funny, but it's humerus. So this bone is wide here and going to be a little bit not so wide in here. And I will show you, it's here. You see it? And on your arm you can see it too. And I will show you on this guy's arm, it's this. This is the elbow is going from here, it's going, and it's here. This. So bony landmarks, super important. And I will continue to show you other bony landmarks, but first let's see how this brachioradialis is going around, and it's making a mass in here a little bit. Okay. And then we'll have something here. I will tell you about those things that I'm doing now. This is some muscle here. And not exactly a muscle, this is maybe a muscle, why not? Maybe it's a muscle. Let's see it on this guy. It's not very visible. It's not super visible, but his ass is pretty visible. I don't care, you know. So this mass here I'm making, but this thing here, on most people you don't see it. So be careful when to do it. I mean, here now, here he is more lean. Here he's not so lean, and this is not visible anymore. But this mass, the brachioradialis here, is very visible on especially muscular people, like, you know, here you see it. But those people that I've gathered here, the references, they are one of the most shredded people ever. So if you're making some of like that, you can of course use perfect references from them or from anatomy books, and you will be fine. But if you're doing a normal people, not so much. You have to be careful. So let's make a little bit of a fist now, because I like to make the fist. But first let me show you the elbow. So the elbow, if we go like this, it will be more a little bit on the bottom side. Then we will have a little bit of a indentation here, which will be the humerus muscle. You saw the humerus muscle, how wide is this? How wide is the humerus muscle? Bone. It's very wide. So this part of it, or this, yeah, this part of it is a little bit protruding sometimes. So it will be protruding here. Okay. And then we'll have some muscles in this area. But if you are making some muscular people, of course we'll make this very much bigger, but it's not needed now. So you see how, I will show you again. I will just explain again. So you see shoulder, back shoulder, and the back shoulder is attached to the scapula, which is going from here. It's going a little bit down and then going like this. And this is basically the scapula here. And the back shoulder is attached to the scapula and then going down and attaching right in the side on the humerus, on this bone, around this area, around the middle of the humerus. And then, by the way, this is the Bridgman anatomy, which is a little bit strange. You have to know how to study it, but whatever. It's a little bit more pronounced. You see a lot of expression there, which is not bad. So the triceps from the back will look like this. It's going to the elbow here. Elbow is a little bit like this. Some people make it like a little dot, but not. It's a little bit wide. And then here we'll have this brachioradialis, and then we'll have some muscles that are going here, and then we'll have this bony landmark, which will go a little bit like this, and here will be a dimple of this. I think ulna was the name of the bone, but don't take this like very seriously. We'll have some muscles here. So remember to make this, and here a dimple. You know, it's cool. So let's continue, because I've gone too much into detail for this one. I'm not sure if you understand me, but I hope you did. Here the wrist. I tend to make the wrist like a squarish form, like this. So here flat, here flat, here flat, and here flat. So a little bit of a square, but not exactly square, because it's more like this is thinner and this is wider, this area, but something like a square. And it's going like this, from here, like this. And this is kind of a separate form, but it blends in this area. So if you see it from here, you can see how this muscle, the brachioradialis, is going. It takes a little bit of training to do it, but if you know that it's there, it will be easier for you, of course. And we will make now this bony landmark, which is very important for the arm. So let me see if I have some reference for this. Okay, here it is. So elbow, let's see the other arm. The elbow will start, the bottom part of the elbow is here and the top is here. So the bottom part of the elbow will be visible most of the time, and it will start to go like up, and then it will be like S form a little bit, and then it will go to the bottom of this part here. This is the bone here that is protruding. On most people, you can see it on yourself, and mostly it's visible on the top. So it's very important bony landmark. You see, this is also part of the bone. If you touch yourself in here, you can just see how this is going and going to here. You see, here, you can just touch the whole bone, basically. You see, and it's very good that you can touch this bone, because I encourage you to touch yourself. Whatever. I mean, whatever you want, touch yourself. You will feel a lot of things. And especially if you want to learn anatomy, it's good to touch yourself on places that are good to be touched by yourself. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Let's continue here. So I'm basically, until now, I'm making just main forms. I'm not going into detail, and for this video probably we will not be able to go into too much detail, because we don't have too much time. If I want to make a course about the arm, but tell me if you want to see a video about the processor and main ZBrush functions, how they affect many cores. Now I have 32 logical cores. I have Ryzen 3950, so 3950. Yeah, I'm not good with numbers, you know, I don't, you know, I'm an artist. So yeah, so basically I will make a fast fist. I will explain some things about the fist here, although this is not a subject of our conversation, but still, since I will be making it for at least like 5 or 7 or 8 minutes, why don't I explain a little bit? So if you want, again, some video about the fist itself, only for the fist, I'll be glad to make it, no problem. So, let's see. So, this is the wrist, of course. This is the wrist. This will go a little bit up. So, those two tendons here, I like to draw them a lot, because the bottom tendon, and then below it, there's a little dimple, and then those are tendons here, which, by the way, those tendons, many people think that they're going like this, straight. No, they're going through this area, around here. So they're attached, the muscles that those tendons belong to, are attached around this area. A little bit here, around here, yeah. And I will talk about these bony landmarks too, because this dimple is a bony landmark too, and here we have another landmark that a lot of muscles here that are bending the fingers are attached to it, to this one. But we need more geometry later. First we need to make a little bit of our fist. So fist is very easy. When you practiced like making like 100 fists, it's pretty easy. Before that, it's not that easy. And I know from experience, because I made a lot of fists. I watched a lot of my fist closely, you know. So yeah, I will be able probably to show you a little bit of my fist. So yeah, you see fist. So you see this kind of arch in here. We have to make it. Also, if you see it like this, you see very much arch like this. We have to make it. So there are arches in the fist. It's not straight. If you want to make a straight fist, it will be boring. It will be also possible to be straight, because if I don't bend my fist too much, it's kind of a straight. But if I bend it a lot, it's more expressive. So we artists want to make the things more expressive, I think. And of course, when we make things, we want to make them a little bit better than the real life. It's good to make them at least. So here will be the knuckle for the index finger. Then the most up part here will be the knuckle for the middle finger, and the knuckle for the index finger, and the knuckle for the little finger. And from the knuckles, you'll have the tendons that are not going straight parallel up. They're going to meet around the wrist area. So they're going from the knuckles up around the wrist. But this I explain more in, you know, in my hand, yes, not arm, but hand anatomy tutorial. Here in my channel, you can see it. If I don't put a link in the description, you'll have to find it yourself, but I don't have too much videos yet, so you will be able to find it probably pretty easy. So, to make the fist, I have few things that I do. So first, or the hand itself, first I follow those two tendons that they disappear here because this muscle is going above them. So they're here, they're going to bend, and they go around here to the knuckle of the thumb. The knuckle of the thumb is pretty good landmark. It's here, and this knuckle is here, so they are there. And it's like flat area, so I'm flattening it. I'm flattening this area. And you see, this tendon is going here, this tendon is going here, and after this tendon, it's like this big bulb of things here. Then we'll have a little bit of a what? We'll have a straight area here, and then we'll have the rest of the thumb here. And basically, this looks like a pretty good starting point for the fist. Not the best, but pretty good. And also when you bend your fist a lot, I mean, good bend, you'll see this. Also this kind of a arch, this arch, there will be arches all over the place. And of course, here. But I told you, if you want more in-depth explanation of the fist, I'll be glad to make a video about it. You just have to say that in the comments. Yeah. If you, of course, watch this video, because, you know, some people are just watching the beginning, they watch the end, they watch the middle, and they say, okay, I've watched the video, it's very nice, cool video, thank you for the video. Please, watch the video. It's not that bad. I mean, hopefully it's not that bad. But still, I've just gone to too much explanation, and now we don't have a very good arm. Oh, though we have kind of good arm. Okay, let's dynamesh it at 120, and yeah, now I will smooth, and we'll have much more details we can make, much more details, and I will show you exactly where those bony landmarks on the arm are, which are very important. Bony landmarks, very important. So this is the elbow. Most of the time here in the elbow, this is bone, complete bone. Most of the time, but don't make it like this. It's not like this. When the arm is almost straight, the elbow is a little bit like this inside. It's not very visible. Let me show you what I mean. And this takes time, but I have to show you. So it's not very much, you know, visible. You see, it's not. But we artists are making it a little bit like more visible because we are like this, and it's good to just invent it a little bit. Then this elbow, we have the humerus ends around this area and the humerus ends around this area too. But here it's a dimple and here it's a protrusion. From here there are muscles that are starting, and this is kind of a big bulb of muscles. They're here in this area, and those muscles, those tendons here belong to those muscles. Excuse me. Yeah, talking so much is making this. Yeah, and those muscles, they are not individual muscles. Most of the time you don't see it as individual muscles, and also there are vascularity here of veins that are obstructing the visibility of those muscles. But those muscles are here, and they are ending where this bony landmark is starting, the elbow and the ulna. And the ulna muscle, the ulna bone is going through here. It's like this, and then S curve, and it's S curve from this point, but from here it's completely straight from up. It's almost completely straight, almost completely straight. It's a little bit strange to say, but whatever. And then we have these muscles that are going a little bit above it here, and they're going also here. Those muscles, sometimes some of them are visible, but let me show you. Where was it? Okay, yes. So you see, parallel tubing, bad. It's looking bad. So everything that you make that parallel and similar is looking bad in anatomy. You have to make kind of a different thing. So this is one big muscle here, for example, and there are some small ones to the side. So let's make it small one here, a little small one here. We are just making them around here and inventing them a little bit, and they just end. They just finish their path. So let me show you again these things here, although they are visible, like here. Triceps is this area, biceps is here in the front, brachialis is here, and this is starting from here, the brachioradialis. It's like I told you, two muscles, but they are almost indistinguishable, except, you see, two muscles, except for very muscular people like those guys here. And you see here, they're not even visible in here, in this guy. But in other guys, in this guy, it's kind of not very visible. So one is here and the other is here. It's not very visible, but you see the other muscles here. They are very visible. And what I recommend for you when you're learning anatomy, do a lot of practice sketches. For this course, I will show you how many sketches I've made, but first I will show you some other things. Let's make the fist. I'm looking at my fist always. You know, even when I made like, I have made a lot of fists. I made like, not hundreds, but maybe hundreds of fists I modeled. Even now, after that, I'm still looking at my own fist for reference. It's like, you know, good. So here we have a little bit of a, you know, bulb, because those fingers are pushing this kind of a skin and it's creating this. So it's cool. Oops. Okay, now we have this, and it's kind of good looking, except for the Okay, let's go to this one. Here we have to assemble the fist, and the fist, it's not looking good. I mean not the fist, the thumb. The thumb is not looking good. It has to have this flat part here and this flat part in here. But you know, the knuckle of the thumb here, not the knuckle, but the finger joint in this area, the last finger joint is this, and it has to be between the index finger and the middle finger, around there. In my hand at least. Maybe in yours too. We have to be able to watch and observe those kind of things. Otherwise, our work will not be that impressive. I mean, if you want your work to be impressive, you have to observe. You have to observe a lot. So, became Mr. Observe-A-Lot. The knight of the round ZBrush. Or anatomy. Whatever. Anatomy is pretty important for everything. So, I will flatten this a little bit. And you see, I have a lot more things that I can say. For the little things about the fist and stuff, I won't say them because I don't have time. We have 15 minutes to finish this because I don't want to get over an hour here. I just want to go home. I'm at home, but whatever. It's a good thing to say. It's more dramatic. Drama is sometimes fine. It's funny, so it's fine. So this one, let's move it like this and then move it a little bit inward. So here we'll have some bulging of those muscles. Let me see. Okay, yes, I'm right. There's a bulging there. And we'll have those muscles on this. And this particular bone landmark will be much visible in some people, not so visible in some people, but it will be, yeah. So this is the elbow. The elbow is on the wrist. Now this is the elbow bone, which is called, I think it's called ulna. One of the bones here is called ulna, the other one is the radius. And I think the ulna is the bone that's not moving, which is the elbow bone. It's not moving that much. The radius though, that's what it's called, the radius, because it's like rotating, it's moving. That's why it's the radius. So ulna and the radius working together so we can have forearms. Thank you ulna, thank you radius for this magnificent thing that you are doing for us. Very good guys, ulna and radius. Okay, I can tackle with this fist for a long time, but we don't particularly have that long time. I decimated just now. Or what I'm doing? Dynameshing. I'm sorry, I'm dynameshing. I forgot the name, yeah. Dynamesh. Dynamesh is cool. Dynamesh is not cool. Dynamesh is the best thing that ever happened to ZBrush, in my opinion. Dynamesh. The only best thing that ever happened to ZBrush a few years ago. And that was when ZBrush just became the software. Before that, it was good software. But with Dynamesh, it became the software. And after that, no other software can go even closer to ZBrush. Even Blender. Many people will say, oh, Blender is the best now, it's very good, it's cool, but I've saw people using Blender. After they use Blender for something, they're going to ZBrush to detail it. Why? I don't know. Maybe Blender is not that good. Whatever, we'll see. Probably I will work in some things in Blender someday. Let's just make this a little bit better. Yeah, you see what's happening here. This is like, wow. Very big muscles. You see the muscle fibers, how they go. We can even make that, you know, muscle fibers. Ooh, very muscular. Okay. Looking fabulous, looking pretty nice. Now it's looking obviously good. We have to cut here very, very good because, you know, it's like this. And then nipples around this area. So we don't have head, but we have nipples, which is kind of a substitute for head. No, probably it's not. So if you're very muscular here on the clavicle, let me show you, let me say a little bit, yeah. If you're very muscular, okay, thank you ZBrush. Every 20 minutes it's doing that, okay. So if you're very muscular, or the guy you're making is very muscular, he will have the clavicle a little bit covered here. If it's not very muscular, it's like lean, it will be, the clavicle will be visible, and then the muscles, it will have like dimple below the clavicle a little bit. But that's just a curious fact. The other curious fact is we will have the shoulder, the front shoulder, going like here, covering. So the shoulder, very importantly, is covering all other muscles. There is no muscles that are going above the shoulder. So be careful with that. The shoulder is covering everything. Shoulder is the best. Shoulder is covering even the chest muscles. Chest muscles are going like this. They're interlacing each other here, and it's a little bit complicated, but we have to learn it. We have to learn it, but not now. We don't have time. And here we have a dimple. Let's see this dimple, by the way. Let's see it. Yeah, it's here. So the collarbone is going here up until like here, and then you see the chest muscle is attached here, part of it is attached to the rib cage here, and the shoulder muscle is attached here, the side shoulder, and between them is a little bit of a dead space. Let's smooth it because it doesn't look good. And now I think I explained some things. Yeah, so let's see here. We have the elbow, we have this bony landmark and this, and I will show you what exactly they are. If we have, yeah, so elbow and this are the points of rotation for the arm. But let me see if I have some. Okay, I have only this. So it will be this and this. So this is the dimple, and the muscles that are here, they are making the finger go like this. So they're strengthening the fingers, and the muscles that are attached to this part here, they are in the bottom of the arm, they are here, and they are like bending the fingers. They're making the fist. So let's make some veins. And I like to make the veins, but let's see this guy, for example, for the veins a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so the veins. The main vein that they're making even a little bit of the form is going to be here in this area, and then going down to here. And we will have probably a vein in here, we will have some vein in here. It doesn't matter that much. But this vein is very important here. It's going a little bit on the shoulder sometimes. And then it's going down. Then from here down, we'll have another vein, but let me see if I can show you that. Okay, yeah, I see. So this is a very big vein here. So this one I made, and it's going down, and then it's going, let me show you on the other hand, let's make it. So it's going down, and then like here. Okay, let's make it. Let's make a little bit more resolution. 200, 1000, no, 200, it's fine. Okay, this is going here, and then it's going like down and here, and it will be probably going here and something like this. But this one here, see how big it is. It's like here, it's very big, and both of them together are making this kind of a triangular form here. So the veins are important for this. I mean, they are not important, they are responsible for this kind of triangular form there. Below here, the biceps will be cut, it will be visible. We'll have biceps, then we'll have part of the tricep, a little bit of a brachialis will be visible, and of course, the other triceps will be here. And then we'll have this big vein. It's very big. Like this. Super big vein. See? And then a dimple in this area. Like this. Okay, and from this vein, there are veins, pretty big ones, that are going down in here. And they're connecting. Some of them are going like this, some of them like this. And they're going to go to the bottom part of the arm. Veins are kind of important. I mean, if you don't do them, it will not be that good looking, everything. Those arms, by the way, are pretty big. I will make them a little bit smaller if I can, although we have a lot of geometry now, I mean, a lot of subdivisions, so it will be a little bit difficult, but I think I can do it. Let's see. So, to make them shorter, I will go like this and then make them smaller and go like this, and maybe even smaller. Local symmetry on will be better. Without local symmetry on, it's not good. Yes, I think this is the best now. We're having it. And the fist is done and everything is fine. Let me show you just a little bit of muscles here, which are not on the arm itself, and we'll be done. So this video, since it's pretty short, it's like 1 hour, and I explained a lot of things that I've learned about the arm anatomy along the years, and I think it will give you a good base for you to start learning. And of course, I recommend going to Proco YouTube page if you haven't already, but probably you have. It's the best. I mean, I've learned a lot from it. And just see the muscles of the forearm, the bones of the forearm. Just watch those videos. They are short. They are very funny. This guy's Proco is just amazing. It's better than me many times. And I like him a lot. I mean, I don't like him exactly, but I like his style of work. It's amazing. Especially on its oldest videos. For example, then he made recently he made the legs videos, and then he's more serious, not so funny, but still they're good because anatomy, yeah. So let's make those kind of muscles in here, and those muscles that are almost horizontal in here. So we have the back muscle here that's covering all of them. Proco is explaining it very well. And then we have few muscles like this. And then we have few muscles that are going like this. And they're interlocking here. How? I don't know. But let's assume that they are interlocking like this. And then smooth. And something like this happened. Or they could be interlocking like this. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe yeah. Probably like this. Why am I doing this since I don't know what I'm doing? But they're making like this kind of a seesaw form. Yeah, but on normal people that are not so visible. And probably this thing should be lower and this should be like this, and from this point this should be a little bit more on the front. And I think we are pretty much fine now. I kind of like it where the I will show you my other arms that I've made for just a minute and a half we have, and let's go through them. So this one, it's bigger. This is the last one I did it today. This is some of the oldest. This is with the head. I was bored, you know. I want to make the head. Yeah, this one is looking pretty nice though. Very good shoulders. Yeah, let's see ours. Not so good shoulders. Let's make the better shoulders. Let's just extend the shoulders a little bit. Yes. Ooh. Good. This will go a little bit up like this. Now with the shoulders. Molto bene, very nice, very good. Okay, and let's hide this, oops. Hide this on the side. Let's see. Okay, this one is ours now. I will save it on the screen and let's continue seeing the other ones. This one, very cool, I like it. This one I like too. Abdominal muscles, nice. This one, not so bad. This one, also good. Ooh, a lot. This one, veins, nice. This one, with the head, not so good. This one, pretty nice, muscular, good. Here, everything, yeah, very nice. This, pretty nice. This, yeah. Yeah, when I get bored, you know, it's like, yeah. I can do the same for this one, but we don't have time. And one thing I want to do that I forgot. Yeah, you see, a lot of things I've done before I made this. So this came to show that, yeah, first I thought I will make it with this kind of straight hands, which is not bad. It's even more impressive probably, but this is easier and faster. And maybe like this, I was thinking about doing only this top part, but this is more complete, I think. And then the first ones, again like this, not bad at all. I mean, it's cool. So, a lot of work, and this is not the only file that I've worked on. So this is ours, and yeah, if you want to make it a little bit better, you will just do this. Just expand this a little bit, and then make it like this arch, not straight, but arching. Most of the things in the human body are a little bit arching at some point, not so straight. And here also this part, like this, it's going like this, here maybe, here. Alright, that will be it. Thank you, and yeah, that's it. If you want to learn ZBrush, I have a tutorial, I have a course, you can find it probably in the description, we'll see. And other thing, yeah, expect my full course on female anatomy, not here in the YouTube channel, probably in Udemy or Flip Normals or everywhere basically, but it will be maybe a month away because I haven't even started it. I just make some kind of a trainings. So this is from today, but yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, it will be longer with more explanation than this. So yeah, probably cool. Bye for now.